Today we're going to talk about SimCity, and I don't know about you, but SimCity, the Super Nintendo version, is one of my favorite games of all time.
Yeah, it definitely was one of my favorite Super Nintendo games. You know, I also loved F-Zero and Pilot Wings, and SimCity was right up there with some of the best SNES games.
But there's a lot of sim games like this. There's like, Sim Earth and Sim Ann and all these things, many different platforms.
This is the only one I've ever played, actually.
Yeah, I've played a lot of them, but so far from what I've played, the Super Nintendo SimCity is still my favorite. We're usually talking about action games, but something about SimCity is so addicting. Can you explain why?
All these type of games like this are always pretty addicting, at least they are for me. I used to play Warcraft 2, Tides of Darkness, which is another game where you're trying to build a city, and I've always found this type of game in general to be really, really addictive.
I think it has a god complex because you're just looking down on this city and you're sort of deciding its fate.
Yeah. The people in the game, you're controlling those people, you're in control of their lives. If you want to destroy their life, you can, or if you want to make their life better by putting a park next to their house or whatever.
Or send Bowser after them or something.
You can do anything you want. It's crazy.
One thing I don't get is that when you start the game, you have all these options of what kind of land to pick, basically. There's about 1,000 choices. There's 1,000 choices, and look how long it takes for one of them to load.
Imagine going through every single one. You'd be sitting here for... I wonder how... Somebody should time that out.
Yeah.
That's a challenge. So I want somebody to actually go through, and you have to record it too. Go through every single one, because I want to know exactly how long... if somebody did that as like a YouTube video, I bet just going from the first to how many does it go to? Like 999 or something?
Yeah.
That probably takes like a week to go through them all. I want to know how long.
Oh my god, that would be a fun fact.
I bet the game designers knew that nobody would spend all that time to get there.
Yeah.
So by the time you get there, I bet the stage, like the water, is probably designed like a fucking like a pair of tits or something.
Or shaped like a middle finger, right?
It's like a middle finger.
Because, like, say they did that. Say it was like in the grass or something, and it was like a big middle finger.
Nobody would ever know.
No one would ever, like, you'd have 999 chances to find it, and if you want to sit through all of them, what were they thinking when they did that?
It's just like a pair of bushes, like with two people like doing 69 or something, but nobody would ever fucking know. 69.
You butt munch. Enter name of the city. Alright, so we're gonna call it Fucktown.
I like that fits too. It's actually 8 letters. It's like a license plate. You know what I always thought was weird is that the game starts at, I think, the year 1900.
Yeah.
And you're building, like, nuclear power plants. Like, why didn't they start the game in the 1950s or something? Like, to have it go back that far, like, the only thing you should have is, like, a horse and buggy and, things that...
There's commuter airlines.
Yeah, like airplanes and stuff.
And another thing is the nuclear power plants that cost $5,000. Really? A nuclear power plant that costs $5,000?
Okay, I would never want to live next to a nuclear power plant, but I have to say this. I would really, really not want to ever live next to a power plant that costs $5,000 fucking dollars. You can't even buy a car for $5,000 barely. I mean, I bet all the employees are just like a bunch of Homer Simpsons working there.
The bulldozer, it's like $1, just $1 to knock down a building.
Yeah.
You knock down an airport for $1.
In a way, it makes sense because if it's the year 1900, then the money might have been cheaper.
Inflation, huh? Is this mayor guy supposed to be a parody of Don King or something? Like, look at this. See, if you build roads, there's traffic.
Yeah.
If you don't build roads, there's no traffic.
Well,
Simple as that.
You have to build railroad tracks because if you build a railroad around the whole city, that'll be another way for them. So there won't be as much traffic.
But still,
traffic jams.
They still say they require roads. I don't know why. Like, how many roads do you need? And if you have the railroad right next to the roads, the roads still get full of traffic. So you know what I'm gonna do? Watch this. Yeah, look at that. Everywhere where you lay a railroad track, there's no traffic. Because that way they get their roads, but you also have trains going into people's houses.
Oh my god, imagine the people that actually live in those houses. Imagine if you live in that house, there's just a train that backs up to your window like every 15 minutes.
Just imagine you're just sitting there, it's like,
It just backs up right to the window and then pulls away and then it happens again. Like, you got the nuclear power plant that's about to explode, Bowser's destroying everything, and then you got the fucking train tracks pulling up to the building. And then you got a football stadium for entertainment. I would not want to live in this fuck town.
And you got a football stadium. That's what you ended with. So they want a road right now. How about right there? There you go. There's a road. There's a road for 'em.
Oh, that's a nice patch of road. Are you going to build a road out to the patch of road to complete it, or are you going to leave that road by itself? That's the lonely road.
There.
Oh, that's nice. A fucking circle.
Yeah, look.
It's like, you can land a helicopter on that.
I'll just make some parks. So this is going to be a nice little spot. Look, we're going to put some nice little happy trees. Yeah, just like that. Yeah.
A nice spot that nobody can get to unless they walk. So you're spending like $1,000 building a fucking electric line all the way out there. And that's all because you don't want pollution.
Exactly. Speaking of pollution, I'm going to put some industrial zones out here now. You put them on the corners.
But the thing is, like...
Pollution very high. I just built one fucking power plant. One power plant. It's telling me that the pollution's too high.
There's nothing you can do.
And it's in the corner.
And here's the other thing, though. Like, isn't it a bad thing for the industrial to be that far away? Because don't the people have to get to work?
That's what I would imagine. Yeah, the people would need to get to work, so you build it far away, but if you build it close, they complain about pollution. You really can't win with this game, tell you the truth. There's always going to be a problem somehow. Like this, I'm going to build a police department just because I know that there's going to be crime.
Right.
Because everybody's bad. Look at all the pollution there. It's only one little corner. There's no pollution. There's no problem.
Why do you care so much if there's pollution? No,
the people care because they'll complain.
Well, that's true.
They're assholes.
But no matter where you build, like, an industrial thing, in that area, there's gonna be pollution. Like, there has to be.
Even the roads make pollution. And that's why I say fuck the roads.
Where they're going, they don't need roads.
No.
Why don't you... you should have... See, you should have built the nuclear plant because that doesn't really create... Like
pollution,
create the pollution, right?
No, that's right.
Maybe that's how you do it. You ever build parks anywhere?
Yeah, I don't know what the real point of the parks is. I think that they cut down a little on pollution sometimes, but like right there in the middle, I just built a bunch of parks. Like, I don't know. I just like it's probably the most pointless thing that you can build in this game.
It's not pointless to the people that live next to the park. I'm sure they're happy about it.
Yeah, if they actually are happy.
It never says like, your people are happy because you built a park, but it sure tells you when they're not happy.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of times you find that you don't have enough police departments, and no matter how many police departments you make, there's always crime going on somewhere. I can't believe how many police departments you have to build. Like, I put police departments everywhere and there's still crime.
Well, you check the map and and it says, oh, well, crime's up, so you put a police station, and then you check it again and it says, oh, crime's up, so you put another police station, and another one, until eventually the whole town just has friggin' police stations all over the place just because you want to get your crime level low. But, like, what kind of, like, place is this? It's like a police state or whatever.
Yeah.
Everybody that lives in this city, they must all be police officers. You think of there's the schools, all the kids that go to school, like one day they'll be like, hey, what's your dad do? Oh, mine's a police officer. Oh, really? My dad's a police officer too. Hey, that's funny, guys. My dad's also a police officer. Hey, mine too, Billy. Like everybody.
Yeah. And there's still fucking officers. Crime. Figure that out.
Yeah. And then there's the one like awkward kid, and he's like, "My dad works at the fire department." Because there's like one fire department.
You don't need to build as many fire departments as the police departments, apparently. So it's kind of interesting that time is passing as you're playing, and you see the seasons change. And you almost feel like you're experiencing the season changes as you're sitting there, because you're just droning out. You're just sitting here, and that peaceful music is going on. Just listen to the music right now. Look, the train's going in the water. Let's trap it. Let's just look at this. We trapped the train. You know what'd be really funny is to put the mayor's house right next to it, so you could just be laughing at him. You're supposed to be a mayor of a city, what mayor is able to control tornadoes and stuff? Like, you're obviously a god.
The disasters are pretty cool. You can have Bowser come out and he'll just destroy the city. There's an earthquake that'll, take buildings down. What else there's like a flood, but I think the flood is pretty lame because it's just like this one little square of water that happens. It's pretty stupid, but if you leave it long enough, I think the flood gets bigger. That's one of the weaker ones, but yeah, the natural disasters, that was one of the most fun things about this game. Just destroying shit. Hey, look, Bowser's coming out. Hey, he's going over the railroad tracks in the road, and he's taking down the building. Look at all the fire. Like, everything is on fire right now. Yeah,
fire.
The commercial board's on fire.
Fire. Oh, look, our population's going down. I wonder why.
Maybe because the taxes are too fucking high?
It could be anything. Maybe it's because the mayor keeps unleashing tornadoes all the time.
Maybe it's because you destroy the roads by putting fucking railroad tracks in the middle of the fucking highway.
But look now, they're trying to fly away, so I'm gonna make the plane crash. So
they're trying to get out of there.
I'd
be trying to get out of this fucking place too. But you're not even gonna let them?
No, they get in the plane, I'm making it go down.
Oh, you're an asshole. You are not a nice god.
Yeah. I'm a real asswipe.
You're an asswipe.
Yeah.
So there was once a code in the Super NES Nintendo Player's Guide.
Yep. I used to use that code all the time as a kid because you'd run out of money and you needed to get some more money. Alright, so we have no money and we're waiting till the end of the year when the tax screen pops up.
At least there's some... Oh, it's December.
Yep. Alright, so now the tax screen is up. Now watch this. I'm going to hold L. I'm going to leave. I think this is what I do.
Yeah.
I leave. I'm still holding the L button.
And immediately return to the tax screen and raise all the funding levels to 100%. While continuing to hold L.
Yeah. So going back to the tax screen. Putting everything up to 100. So I'm going to leave. And here I am back to the regular screen. I'm going to let go of L.
Oh! And
check
it worked!
That out. Money, money, money!
I have never seen that before.
So now we can build whatever the hell we want.
And shit, now it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, and you could do that again too.
The most I ever had was the $20,000 to build anything, so this is crazy.
Yeah.
So now you could build a fucking football stadium, you could build another airport. You could just fill the whole screen with fucking airports. Yeah. Imagine there's just planes crashing into other planes and shit. So that's what you always used to do when you were a kid.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, I'd try to play it for real, but then when the money would run out, you're like, well, fuck it. You need money to play the game.
Yeah. You know what they did? They made the game that way on purpose and only gave you $20,000 because that's how they sold this book.
Well, that's what Nintendo Power's all about.
Exactly. And they made that code like something you could fucking never guess in a million years. Like
you would never ever guess that.
You would have to buy the book, you know?
Hold L and then go to the tax screen, then leave the tax screen, and then go back to it, bring everything up to 100, then leave it, and then let go of L.
Yeah, exactly. The only way is to buy the book. That's how they made their money, man.
You gotta get the power.
Nintendo power.
Video power.
Video
power. Yo, in the beginning of Legend of Zelda, you go in a cave. You go in that cave and you get a sword.
That was the question?
No, that was just as a tip. It was like, because you wouldn't know that.
Oh, that was the tip?
You wouldn't know that, to go in the cave to get the
most
sword.
Obvious thing ever. I mean, there is things in that game that are not obvious.
Like how about blow the flute on, like, to open up the dungeon in the lake or whatever.
Eyebrows?
Yeah, this is...
That does... Oh,
look at that.
Oh, tornado.
It almost hit the football stadium. Oh, there we go. Look,
yes,
there's some football for you.
That is some fine work, James.